Another week, another heroic Menagerie boss to flawless. Today, I'll be guiding you through the Pagouri fight so that you can unlock your lambs to the slaughter triumph and be one step closer to the title of Shadow. The diversity of Guardian classes has been a common theme throughout the heroic Menagerie and will remain as such this week, with Titans and Warlocks leading the pack. A Hunter can be helpful, but it's not necessary. I'd recommend at least 3 Titans with banner shields and at least 2 Warlocks with Well of Radiance. Our team went with 3 Warlocks and 3 Titans, and it worked out pretty great. Again, Warlocks will benefit from using Lunafaction boots and even Phoenix Protocol. I believe we had 1 player using Phoenix with the rest using Lunas, and of course Titans will want to use Ursa Furiosa. Pretty similar setup to the previous weeks. That banner shield and well combo is invaluable in this heroic Menagerie, and it feels near impossible to survive without them. For this week, the modifiers are Attrition, Match Game, and Arc Singe. The shielded enemies in the boss fight are the Void Shielded Vex Minotaurs and the Arc Shielded Harpies, so you'll need to plan accordingly. Because of this, I would recommend the following loadouts: Mountaintop and or Outbreak Perfected or another primary, Recluse or a similar void weapon or Loaded Question, and Anarchy or Prospector or Wendigo. Mountaintop, Recluse, and Anarchy, or Mountaintop, Recluse, and Prospector is probably the best loadout you could possibly pick, and Mountaintop is probably the most valuable addition to your loadout here, allowing you to snipe Cyclops from across the map and take out Vex Minotaurs and even do a ton of damage to the boss. I would also recommend splitting your team up so that some of you are using Recluse or a similar void weapon, and some of you are using something like Loaded Question. Because of Match Game, it's going to be pretty hard to kill the Harpies without any arc weapons, and you certainly don't want to be wasting your heavy ammo on them. For your heavy weapon, use Anarchy, Prospector, or if you're running another exotic like Outbreak Perfected, you can use Wendigo. Alright, we're at the boss encounter, so how do we begin? Well, when you start the fight, the boss is going to spawn in for a few seconds. Don't bother wasting your heavy ammo here, just use a special or primary. Once he vanishes or you see enemies begin to spawn in, hop down onto the first plate and have a Warlock drop their Well of Radiance. A Titan will also pop their banner shield here. Once you have this combo set up, you should communicate when the shield and the well are running out. Both the Warlock that placed their well and the Titan that popped their shield should keep an eye on the timer and their super bar, calling out when it's getting close. If your Well of Radiance, and more importantly your banner shield, vanishes without a replacement, and you're in the middle of fighting the boss or guarding from Cyclops, it's going to be a really bad time. The first plate should capture pretty quickly, and then you'll be face to face with the boss. Here you can have everyone dump their heavy ammo into the boss, and you'll probably need to have the second Titan pop their banner shield in the middle of this fight. You want to call out the flying harpies and try and take them out before they hit your shield, just to minimize any incoming damage. When the damage phase comes to a close, 2 Cyclops will spawn in the middle area of the arena, slightly to the left and slightly to the right of where the boss was spawned in. Hold your ground and keep guarding with banner shield, and put down another Well of Radiance if yours has run out. You want everyone to team shoot both Minotaurs as quickly as possible. And I mean, they need to die as soon as you see them. The Cyclops are going to be your biggest problem in this fight, because without a banner shield they can kill you in your well with 1 Void Blast, and you definitely don't want that. They also have insane range, so taking them out quickly is of utmost importance. Once you take them down, you and your team can then move to the right plate together, or the left plate if you want, but in our run we always save the leftmost plate for damage. As a team, you should shift over to one of the side plates, and as soon as you get there you should put down a Well of Radiance and have another Titan pop their banner shield. Then there will be another 2 Cyclops across the pit behind the boss, and so once again you should take them out immediately, while having your Titan block their incoming attack. Once you've captured this plate, you can then make your transition to the opposite side plate by running back through the first capture plate area to be safe. As you're running back, hobgoblins will spawn nearby, so watch out for them. You want to follow the same strategy for the second plate as we did for the first one, banner shield and Well of Radiance again. Make sure to take out any Minotaurs quickly and clear adds while you're waiting to capture the plate. When the boss spawns, you should have another Titan banner ready to block the incoming attack. Some Hobgoblin snipers may spawn in again, and if this happens you can have one team member try and take them out. You just want to make sure to try and focus any Minotaurs that might try and join the party. It gets pretty hectic here, and because our Titans were getting their supers back so quickly, we ended up using multiple shields at once to block both the boss and the roaming enemies. As soon as the damage phase ends, the 2 Cyclops that spawned in the middle will return, and as long as the Titans continue to guard while you're in a Well of Radiance, you should be fine to take them out. In our case, our well ran out and there were a ton of enemies getting very close, so we opted for a little bit of a risky strat, which was to get out of there and hide behind this wall. With a Well of Radiance and a Banner Shield, you should definitely try and stick it out as much as possible and clear the Cyclops while you're protected, because being out in the open and without those supers, the risk of dying is so much greater. Once the Cyclops are dead, you can transition back to the middle plate and use the Well of Radiance / Banner Shield combo once again. You will take a lot of incoming fire from the boss and the hobgoblins, and sometimes some Vex Minotaurs will roam up on you, so don't let your guard down and try and neutralize any immediate threats like Vex Minotaurs that are getting too close. Then move to your next side plate once that main one is captured, and once you've reached it, there will be 2 more Cyclops that spawned in far away just like before. Repeat the exact same strategy to stay protected and kill them quickly. You should definitely try and focus the Cyclops over any other enemy pretty much, unless there's a Vex Minotaur on top of you, because the Cyclops are going to ruin your entire run and your entire day. If you run out of a Banner Shield or well at any point, get to cover. Don't try and risk your life capturing a plate without those supers intact, especially if there are Cyclops alive. And once the plate is fully captured, just like before, we're going to transition to the opposite side and prepare for the final damage phase. So basically the strategy we used is capture the middle plate for the first damage phase, then capture right, then left for the second damage phase, then just repeat that by capturing middle, right, and left again. You can capture the plates in any random order, just remember that the last plate that you capture will be your damage plate. And I don't prefer damaging from out in the open, so it's why we always left one of the side plates as our damage phase plate. But the order is up to you, just make sure you plan it out ahead of time so that no one is confused on where to go. We definitely could have done a better job at ad clearing, and if we had more loaded questions, those harpies and even those goblins would have been gone quicker. Dump everything you have into the boss at this point, make sure to guard and have that well down, and on your third damage phase the boss should be close to dying. Even after the boss is dead, just make sure no one dies from the flying harpies by continuing to guard and continuing to have those Well of Radiances down, because if you die before the enemies despawn, you won't get your triumph. With the boss dead, all of the enemies will disappear and you'll be rewarded with your Lambs to the Slaughter triumph. As you've seen throughout the video, that Well of Radiance and Banner Shield combo is crucial, and you need to have that for basically every plate. Like I said earlier, a single hunter would be good for controlling ads, but most of them are easily controlled with team shooting anyway. And that's that. If you missed any previous weekly bosses, you can check out my strategies for both those in the description. I also have guides for the secret triumphs you can get in the normal versions of those boss fights. Those will give you extra Imperials or runes depending on how upgraded your chalice is. Stay tuned for the full in-depth guide for the Shadow title coming soon, so make sure to subscribe if you don't want to miss that. Thanks everyone, and have a great one.